Okay, clearly, everybody, if you're on Dirty Mo Media, Kenny Schrader is not in the middle of America.
Well, I am.
Where are you?
I think I'm still in Indiana, but I'm real close to Michigan.
Okay, for our YouTube friends, Charlie Model, put the picture up that Kenny Schrader just sent you. This is what Schrader's driving, everybody. It is a rollback ramp truck. And Kenny, tell me about the motorcycle on back.
We spent last night in Anderson, Indiana Walmart. 3 haulers, one with 5 cars, a regular dirt rig with 2 cars in it, and I'm in this truck. And I'm dropping this truck at my buddy John Bailey's, Bailey Excavating in Jackson, Michigan, and riding my motorcycle up to Canada and meeting them. We're doing stuff in Canada Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Coming back into Michigan, do stuff Sunday, Michigan, Anderson, Indiana, Monday, and then go home. So this is a spare car for the pavement days.
And one thing I know, everybody,
I'm confused.
Yeah, but this is what you live for. We talk about this about every month or two. How long did it take to organize this trip? You got people going everywhere.
Well, we're all basically together. I just left them this morning. I got up before they did, and left them this morning. But no, this is just what we do. I mean, we do it 7 weeks a year for Federated. A lot of fun. People come out. We did one yesterday at Peevely. After the Ironman dirt race there this weekend, we had 24 people there yesterday. Do it 7 more times.
And Kenny, I want to congratulate you. I know you don't own the track, but man, it's just has had your name all over it for 30 years. The World of Outlaw, themselves, they came out and said that was their biggest crowd ever for the Ironman 55. And boy, the stands looked good.
Yeah, it's grown every year. It was their biggest Friday night event there for the 2-day Ironman event, and their biggest Saturday. They also had Chamber of Commerce weather.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Yeah, cool.
Wasn't a meltdown. So and they put on a good show like they always do. So yeah, I mean we're not involved anymore, but it's got a very special place to us.
Yeah, Cole, congratulations to Cole Macedo on Friday night. Who won Saturday night?
Little the 83 car. Beef Packers.
Oh yeah,
the 83.
Yeah, the young kid. Darn it, what's his damn name?
I'm brain dead. He came out of he drove Keith Coon's midget all the time.
Yeah, I'm going to look at it. Charlie, check that out because we do got to give him a shout out. Saturday night's World of Outlaw winner. Okay, we got 45 minutes with Kenny Schrader. He's pulled on the side of the road for everybody that can't see it on Dirty Mo Media, but everybody right here on the Kenny Wallace YouTube show. So let's get going, Kenny. Okay, the NASCAR race in Iowa. Man, it was wild. Let me fill you in.
I had MRN on the whole way up. Yesterday, I was driving from MRN, so it was good.
MRN radio.
Yep.
So, listen, this was a wild race, and they did an aerial view. The helicopter was above the racetrack. This looked like a Patch Adams type racetrack. The drivers said, do they not have enough money just to repave the whole track? They were spinning out left and right, getting into turn 1.
Sound like a lot of them were getting hit off of turn 4 too, and turn 2. I mean, a lot of them got a little help in the left rear and sound like they were spinning. But I heard everybody say about sliding across those old patches and hitting the new patches. The world changed a bunch in the car.
Yeah, it was one of those situations where you're like, is NASCAR going to stay here, or are they concerned about how much money they're investing in the track? Because the cracks were filled with the black goo that you and I used to run over at Dover. Tell me how difficult that is as a driver. What's your thoughts?
Oh, it definitely it's just like bumps at a dirt track.
Yeah.
It's just a little character. But obviously, looking at the grandstands, the people wanted to come out to Iowa in the beautiful facility in the middle of the cornfields and supported it.
That's something to talk about. You and I talk about it. It's like, we're dirt racers. So, Knoxville Nationals, Knoxville, Iowa, Peevely, uh, you know, Eldora, these places are packed. So everybody's like, oh, there was only 20,000 people at the NASCAR race, but damn, it looked good, Schrader.
Yeah, I don't know how many it seats. I know it doesn't have a ton of permanent seats, but sold out, sold out.
I think that, I hate to say this, but I think Iowa is one of those races that could change. They could leave there in a heartbeat. That's just the vibe I get. I don't know how long they're going to stay there. Uh, I hope they stay there because I know Iowa is racing country. What's your thoughts on the Iowa date? What's it feel like to you?
Oh, I'm not involved enough to know to have that feel.
Yeah.
It would be an easier one to leave. It's a smaller facility. If we got to shut it down for a little bit, I know they need to race there. In my mind, they need to race one event a year there. Uh, they used to for some tax credits that go back to when it was built. I believe that to be true. And hey, there's nothing saying anymore that they're going to go every place every year. I mean, we had successful deal at Chicago, and now we're not going back next year. That's great. We don't need to go every place every year. We can move around. I like seeing those new places on the schedule.
Yeah, and there's so much to talk about. Before we do, I'm going to follow up on that. But uh, Kenny, Charlie is our hero. Charlie, tell us who won Saturday night and what is the capacity at Iowa Speedway?
Okay, I've got Iowa 30,000, and I've got the winner on Saturday, Michael Buddy Kofoid.
That's kind of like dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
But yeah, Buddy Kofoid. Yeah, he's a good racer. Boy, that's a legendary. That '83. Is that the old Beef Packer car, Kenny?
Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of different people have driven it over the years, but it's that family's made a tremendous commitment to sprint car racing over the years and been a great supporter. They obviously love the sport very much, and we're just thrilled that they do.
Yeah. Okay, so we're still talking about Iowa, Kenny. Recently reported that NASCAR is not going back to Mexico City, and now they're saying that the new one, since our last Herm and Schrader show, the new one that reported by Adam Stern. Can you believe that they say that schedule's getting ready to come out? They say they're going back to Chicago Land Speedway. They're in Joliet. You see us, we're going back to Rockingham. We're going back to Wilkesboro. What gives? I think NASCAR is just keeping us on our toes.
Well, we went back to Rockingham with the Xfinity Series and the trucks.
Yeah.
Cup didn't go back. We
Yeah.
haven't went to Wilkesboro for a points race yet.
Yeah.
We just got to wait and see. Uh, I think it's great they go back to Joliet. Uh, Nothing against street course. I think it's good wherever they go. I'm a little confused. I mean, I don't understand the having to leave the country to go racing. I understand wanting to be global. Well, let's just be national first. Um, but that's. I mean, there's a lot of smart people down Daytona. They
Yeah.
know what the plan is and what they need to do to grow the sport more. I don't see our sport. Well, let me reword that. I won't see our sport because
Yeah.
of my already old as a global series We might go out of the country a time or two, but it's not going to be global.
Yeah, and and in my opinion, NASCAR should never be global. Warren Buffett once told A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, the great baseball player, he's making $200 million a year, some crazy number, $20 million a year, whatever it is. And he says, Warren Buffett, give me some advice. I want to invest. Warren Buffett said, do what you do best. And I think that's my advice to NASCAR, which I don't care.
Yeah.
It just sounds good. Here's my advice. Stay your lane. You don't need to go to Africa.
Well, and there's one other really important part. I just got two thoughts.
Yeah,
There's
this
one
is
other
good.
really important part. Not only do you not care, they don't care what you think either. You know?
Hey,
And
yeah, yeah.
I'm sitting in this car doing this thing, and I feel like that there's a one gal on Facebook all the time that must do some dirty stuff in her car on the phone, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
broadcast it. I feel like I'm doing that.
Yeah, but it's good, Kenny, because people like to hear you. Hey, I got a follow up on that's really good. On Dale Jr. download over the weekend, Dale Jr. said, not a long time ago, he says, I was very upset, and he says, I fired off a letter to Mike Helton and like Steve O'Donnell and, the bosses at the time. Dale Jr., he controls the sports. So Junior's telling this story just about what you and I are talking about here. He goes, I write this letter to Mike Helton that we need to bring the old type cars back so they can move around. So the buddy sitting there with Dale Jr. said, well, how did NASCAR respond? He said, they didn't. If they're not going to respond to Dale Jr., they definitely ain't going to respond to us. Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, I think they're doing so many things right. And that new car, the drivers can cuss it, the teams can cuss it. Oh, we've had 14 winners already this year, and we had them lined up yesterday, in the race that hadn't won yet this year. So can't be too bad.
Okay, let's finish this race up. We got a lot of good stuff to get to our 45-minute mark.
We didn't really start it yet.
Yeah, right. Charlie, have we started Herm and Schrader?
We have almost 15 minutes here.
We haven't started the race.
Right. Okay. Willie B is his nickname. William Byron wins on a fantastic fuel mileage race. Now, Charlie, does Willie B, I believe he's won 3 races this year, Daytona 500. This race,
2.
He's a 2.
2.
Why does it feel like he's won 6? I know he led that race, that Coke 600. He led it until Chastain got by him with the big slide job. Everybody was saying he finally finished one off. He's been close way more this year, Kenny.
Oh, he's been. I mean, at one time the Hendrick team was first, second, and third yesterday. I mean, they've been up there. I mean, that's not a surprise. No matter where they go, they're up there. It's not a surprise when Gibbs is up there. It's not. Keselowski ran great yesterday, and he's right close. So, Byron winning the race, wow, that's not a shocker.
Yeah. Okay, so the track got nicknamed Patch Adams. It was very hard to drive. Kyle Busch wrecked the day before in practice. You don't ever see Kyle Busch. That's that dog leg front straightaway. So you're screaming for the car to spin out because you're unloading the left rear. You're constantly turning left, and he wiggles a little bit. And just comment on Kyle Busch. He wiggles getting in, overcorrects. You never see him do that, and right into the wall. So we saw early that this was going to be a difficult racetrack.
Yeah, when you put new pavement right beside the old pavement, and then mix up some of that greasy black hole filling driveway stuff, whatever they use. you'll have some issues here and there.
So there were so many caution laps. Charlie, you can check it. I heard 60. I heard there were 60 caution laps. So what that does is that makes for a different race. And that's why we were in a fuel mileage deal. But whether TV was lying or not, you listen to, William Byron's radio. I mean, I don't think they were faking, and he was on fumes. So he brings it home. I think, and listen, I'm not kissing NASCAR's ass. I think fuel mileage races are some of the most antagonizing good races because you feel, is he going to run out? Comment on that. What do you think about fuel mileage races?
Well, it's a race, okay? It's the first one to go. Yesterday was 350 laps, right?
Yeah.
Well, 350. So it's the first one to go 350. It's not who goes the fastest all the time. It's the first one to complete 350 laps. So fuel mileage is something we're never going to take out of this stuff. I hear people sometimes that, well, that's bull because they should be racing. Well, they are racing. It's the first one to complete 350 laps, no matter what kind of speed they do it. It's overall time to get to that 350. That sounded screwed up, but you know what I mean.
No,
but
no, I
think it was great. Now, yesterday, because I listened the whole way, yesterday 12 caution flags, which tied this year's record. We've had 2 races now with 12 caution flags. So that fuel mileage, even though it was talked about a whole lot, I'm sure that Byron's crew chief was breathing a little bit easier because a lot of those cautions came late in the race after they had already filled up for the last time.
For me, Iowa is the perfect NASCAR race. A lot of wrecks and fuel mileage. It was dramatic. That's what I got to say about it. I want to go down the road here with Bubba Wallace. He wins Indy, comes back to finish 6th. But boy, was it exciting. So he wrecked. Just a shout out to his crew, knocks the toe link out. Now, this tells you what kind of race this was. And I wrote these names down, but Kenny, he wrecks the rear of the car up pretty good. And the car chief, Scott Darnell, and mechanic Bobby Banks, they got rave reviews because most teams could not have been able to fix this car. And with all the cautions, Bubba is fast enough to get his lucky dogs, get the 2 laps back, and finish 6th. I mean, it is a team sport, so much to where we know these guys' names. They brought him back, and those toe links are fixable.
Well, that's what makes a championship team, not one that can just go out and win 4 or 5 races, which is great, but one that can have a bad day and then load the thing in the trailer with some good results. That's what really makes a team.
Well put. Okay. Our man, everybody deep breath here. Here we go. This is our fun part of the NASCAR race. Charlie, I think we're going to put this as a segment. Our man, Carson Hocevar. Okay, number 1, we love Carson. His 2nd straight top 10, but it does not come without controversy. He has a new nickname. It's now Hurricane Hocevar. He gets loose underneath Zane Smith getting in the 1 like everybody else, and takes out Zane Smith. What do you think of Hurricane Hocevar? Is that a good or bad nickname?
I don't think he was the only one that got loose underneath somebody yesterday. That happens.
That's what I thought.
It's just part of the deal.
Yeah, I think that because Carson's just got to go a month without breathing on anybody. So here's the reason it became a big deal. After the race, they're interviewing Carson, and Zane Smith's crew chief, Ryan Burgundy, walks up to Carson during the interview. They got it on and ask him, this Ron Burgundy, Zane Smith's crew chief, says, Carson, when you going to learn how to drive? And then the camera goes off. So he's got to go a handful of races. But you're right. Everybody was wrecking everybody.
I mean, all you got to do is just bump them a little bit, and it was turning them around. So, hey, yeah. So Carson got into him. He didn't, I mean, yes, he dumped him. He didn't deliberately drive into him. He got loose and dumped him. That stuff's been happening since we started racing. Part of the deal.
Yeah. Okay. So let's end Carson like this. So they got all these social media sites. So Carson's over on Carson Hocevar. He's over on Instagram, and people were bitching and moaning to him. So I got to tell you, this is funny. There it is. Charlie's showing us right now.
Take a number.
Yeah. Everybody's bitching. So Carson took
Please take a number.
Yeah. Please take a number, Kenny. I mean, is this what Darrell Waltrip used to be? He's antagonizing people. Quit your bitching. Take a number. Get in line.
And can I just say real quick, the song, you can't hear it obviously, but it's by Drake. And the title is IDGAF, which stands for I Don't Give a Blank.
Yeah. Would you have done that, Schrader?
Hey, I haven't spent time around Carson. I don't know him really that well. I've heard some stuff. One of the guys works on the team that I know. I'm a Carson fan. You know, kid's
We all
got
are.
plenty of talent. Yeah, I mean he's. You better learn how to pronounce that name right, because it's going to be around for a while.
Yeah, and like Darrell Waltrip, Carson is the gift that just keeps giving. I can see Chris Blair over here at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. You know Chris Blair is going to have him on a billboard. Come see Hurricane Hocevar. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, so that's it, everybody. And I agree with Kenny Schrader. Everybody was wrecking everybody. They get down into one, they get loose, and it was a wild race. Charlie, I want to ask you this. I saved this specifically for you. You know, we got chronic complainers. I don't get into the TV stuff. I don't judge the TV network. What was your thought? This was NBC's first race back with Lee Diffie. What did you think? You're a TV guy.
I thought it was good. I think everybody loves to complain. It's funny, whether it's Fox, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Turner, whether it's NBC, people are always going to complain. They're going to complain about Fox, and then they're going to want Fox back when NBC's broadcasting the races. So, and it also it's their first race back. So look, you kind of work through some things. And I also think we've talked about this before, but all these networks are doing a little copycat off each other, right? You see what worked on Fox, then you try to maybe do some of that. Everybody loved Amazon. You try to do some of that. Whatever that TNT did well or didn't, you try to work off that. So I think that's always going to happen, people complaining, but I don't know. I thought it was fine.
Well, Kenny, if they're going to do their complaining, they better get it in quick, because NASCAR has got all these network deals in place. If you're mad at this network, just wait, because there'll be a new one in about, but I think we end the year with NBC, don't we, Charlie?
Yeah, I believe this was the first of 14 races they end the year with. Yes.
Kenny, this year's went fast. I mean, we're coming to the end. We only got a handful of races left until we get going in the playoffs.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, like I said, I didn't get to watch it. I listened to it on the radio. MRN's been MRN since I started. They just still do a good job.
Yeah. All right. We're getting this way, everybody. So we want to thank our friends. As you know, Fox Factory Vehicles. Yeah. Talk to me. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I love it.
Priest, another top 5. Yeah. Ryan Priest is right there, baby.
I'd rather Charlie do this because he's got a way better voice. Charlie, can you get the top 10 ready? You want me to do this read, or can you bring it up that quick?
I got it right now.
All right. What was our top 10? And good reminder, Kenny, we need to get into the habit of that. What is our top 10, Charlie?
So Willie B wins. Chase Briscoe second. He's on fire.
Right there.
He's on
What
fire.
about that, Schrader? He's on a roll.
Yeah, I mean, Chase got hired because they knew what he felt, what he was capable of doing, which he's proven what he's capable of doing. And they put him in the 19 team, which is capable of winning a championship like they have. So there we go.
Charlie?
All right. Brad Keselowski, third. Ryan Blaney, fourth. As Schrader mentioned, Ryan Preece, fifth, starting from 33rd position. You got Bubba Wallace, sixth. Alex Bowman, seven. Hurricane Hocevar, eight. Joey Logano, nine. And Austin Dillon, 10.
Hey, my takeaway from that top 10, Kenny, is Ryan Preece really needed to hold off Keselowski for the final transfer spot. I think, Charlie, how many? One or two more races left until we go into the playoffs. But
three more, right?
Three more, yeah. Yeah, because we go to our town. Yeah, we go to our town for the playoffs. St. Louis is one of the playoff races, and we know that's September 5th or 6th. But Priest said, man, I did not want to let Keselowski get by me, but, it's like Trickle says, you must first finish to finish first. He needs to keep those points. Sometimes you got to give it up. Kenny, what's your thoughts on having to give that up?
Well, fifth versus a fourth versus a potential wiggle and 15th. Oh, yeah, and that's boss too, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. That good reminder. Yeah.
So
he hired me.
I think he made all the right decisions.
Yeah, that was a good. That's why the wise Kenny Schrader. I forgot Ryan Preece's boss. You're right, is Keselowski. You also taught me, big red truck.
Yeah. The biggest news of the week, and I mean, it was for me. Unfortunately, it's not good news. And I text with him yesterday, and that's Stuart Friesen.
Oh man,
got hurt up in Quebec.
Yeah,
got hurt big.
Yeah,
leg and a hip. Yeah, he's going to be out a while, but he sounded good. He said his wife Jessica was taking good care of him and running the truck team, so she's capable.
Wow. Does he owns that truck team?
No, I don't know the whole dynamics of it, but he's very involved in. I think he basically runs it. It's a Hallmark team.
Yeah. So for everybody that doesn't really know, our prayers out to Stuart Friesen up in Drummondville, I think it was, Quebec, Canada. He gets off the back straightaway, one of those dirt tracks where, you got wiggle room and you're happy you have wiggle room. He gets off the back straightaway.
How are you, sir?
But then center punches the end of turn 3 wall. So
Appreciate it.
Hey, this is good. Let's stay live.
Well, I'm at the Petro Iron Skillet, and one of the guys wanted to scope out the car. I said, it's back there. Do whatever you want. Scope it out.
Hey, as what old Brent he'd say you're looking live. Okay. Kenny, this is what I call tidbits. Charlie, we got some good stuff here to close out the last 15 minutes of the show. Gentlemen, Kenny, you're first. This was really strange news, but Adam Stern, we talk about him a lot. Adam Stern is the place that NASCAR and big corporations they give their information to, and then they want Adam Stern to announce it. So NASCAR, per Adam Stern, NASCAR is looking for a media company. Check this out. To gain the blue collar, the old fans back. This one caught me off guard. Like, is NASCAR admitting that they lost the hardworking people? My opinion was NASCAR. How embarrassing to let this get out. Did you leak this out? I think NASCAR leaked it out. And good for them to finally come around. But, God, just a little bit embarrassing. But, I want you to take it away after me. But, wow. looking for a firm, giving NASCAR the idea. How do we go about gaining the people's trust back that we pissed off? And hey, they're going to try to do it. What's your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, you can say that they aggravated people and people quit watching. Also, we had fans that aged out and died off. So it's just it's I I don't think they got that big a problem. I don't think they got that big a problem. And everything like it, we've seen it. It's documented. The viewership is increasing gradually. The attendance is increasing gradually. It's not all screwed up.
I've said it once, and I'm going to say it again right here on the Herm and Schrader show, because I know I've done it on Coffee with Kenny. Everything has changed, and you and I have talked about it. And you're not going to, first of all, the tracks will not fit 200,000 people. They took the grandstands out. So we are in a new world, everybody. And I'm so glad my brother said this. If you were 40 back then, that means you're timing out. And, I don't know how. I think it's important for NASCAR to love everybody, but I'd be a lot more worried about those kids that are 25 years old than 70-year-old people. And I know that it hurts like hell to think you don't matter anymore, but I know 70-year-old people matter. I'm 62, you're 70. We matter, but I'm a big boy. It don't matter. Get ready to get your feelings hurt, because, we're going to die off real quick. And I just want to say thank you, Kenny. I've been trying to explain that to everybody.
Well,
but that's life, right?
Here's all. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I wish 70 isn't that old. I don't think.
No, it's not.
But yeah, it just we need to have the 30-year-olds, the 20 and the 30 and the 35-year-olds, 40 years old. We need to have them. We need to keep them real happy right now. All I do is, and you've got me on that old, you've put me on that old group. But
I'm old.
all I do
I'm old
now is when I see people and they're not happy because they like the old stuff, I tell them, said, well, you really need to watch, because it's never been as good as it is now. You might not know, you might remember when Darrell Waltrip was a punk and DW was just a mouth, but we've got the same kids right now, the same kids with different names, and you better get used to them, because they're going to be around and they're racing. From listening to the radio to watching on TV, it's never been better. That part, you can't argue. You can't argue. Look at the winners, the leaders, the lead changes, the cars are on the lead lap. It's never been better. So if you're not happy, I'm sorry.
I could not have said it any better. Well put, Kenny. I've learned one thing. There's a group of people that want us to complain with them. And I'm not giving in. I'm not a chronic complainer. And I appreciate you saying that, because I'm the same way. It ain't worth complaining all the time about things that you can't control. But okay. This was big, Kenny. This was bigger than big. In my opinion, the biggest news of the race weekend. Fox Sports has bought 33% of Penske Entertainment. That means IndyCar. Fox Sports, Eric Shanks, my old boss at Fox TV, will partner with Penske beyond auto racing and help IndyCar grow. Now, just for specifics, last week, not the Iowa race, but 2.4 million people watched NASCAR. 700,000 people watched IndyCar. To me, that sounds like a big win for Penske, I think that was a hell of a deal to make. What's your thoughts?
There's been talk and talk. It's just stuff we hear. But it's like, who in the hell would ever buy NASCAR? Who is big enough to buy it? Well, Fox is obviously big enough to get involved to a different arm of our sport, but still, I said our sport of automobile racing, and they're getting involved. I can't see that being good for, I mean, nothing but good for everybody. Obviously, I mean, you don't know anybody's business, but Roger probably didn't do it because he had to have $135 million. You know, I mean, it's for the growth of the sport.
I had Michael Andretti on Kenny Conversation, and he said, if you go back through that Kenny Conversation with Michael Andretti, he said that is the problem with IndyCar. Nobody had enough money to put IndyCar like NASCAR has. You know, they have the Indy 500, but it falls off the map after that. So I think this was a really good deal by Roger. I mean, listen, what do you got to sell if you don't have a lot? So I think Roger is closing in on 90, I think. Charlie, tell me how old Roger Penske is. I think he wants to leave IndyCar in a better spot. So attaboy to Roger Penske, Kenny. And Kenny, you are right. That was the price. 125 to 135 million is what Fox paid for IndyCar.
Yeah.
88.
88.
88. NASCAR's had basically the same leadership and the same not thought process, but same leadership since 1948, since it started. IndyCar, forget about it. There was no IndyCar. There was AAA, there was USAC, there was IRL, there was CART, now IndyCar. This thing has been fragmented over the years, and I don't know its current state, how long that organization, but they have bickered among themselves for a long time too. And all of a sudden this group and that group. So, you know, they got catching up to do.
Man, that was provocative, and I could not have said that any better. You bring up a good point. IndyCar has been fragmented over and over, and you know, you do want to see a solid base before you invest the money. So it has finally happened, everybody. Eric Shanks, he commented on it. So Fox Sports buys 33% of Penske Entertainment. And to end this subject, I'd like to say that one thing I really like is they're going to go beyond auto racing to help Roger, because Roger's got a lot of other things. So I think there's more for Penske here than just IndyCar. Okay, we're coming down to the end here. We got you set up, Kenny. We're at 44 minutes. Let's go dirt racing. Ryan Gustin wins $100,000 at Cedar Lake, Wisconsin. Big win.
Big win. First crown jewel, they call it. You know, anything. I don't know what makes a crown jewel. If you ask the people in the dirt industry, whether it be late models or sprint cars, there's just a certain races. It's first big crown jewel race. I don't give a hell if it's a crown jewel or not. It's $100,000. It's a big deal. Cedar Lake up there. We were up there and did a play day in June, and over 1,000 campers there. That tells you what the event's like.
Yeah, they love it. Everybody loves it. They have nothing bad. Tammy Gundaker, our friend, the Gundakers, they went up there with both their boys. Shout out to the Trevor Gundaker, Gordy Gundaker. They made the race, and that's a hard race to make. But Tammy said all the reasons why it's such a wonderful event. The community, like you said, Kenny, the community really gets behind Cedar Lake. So congratulations, Ryan Gustin. I'm going to tell you what, I don't want to meet Ryan I don't want to meet Ryan Gustin in a dark alley. He's a bear. He's got that big old beard, but you're not going to wear him down in that race car.
No. He bulked up a little bit from when we raced with him with some USMTS stuff.
Yeah. Okay, let's finish it off. We are at 45 minutes now. Kenny Schrader's on the side of the road, everybody. I want to thank you, Kenny, for making such a big effort. Real quick, shout out to Bristol Motor Speedway. They did something. They showed that they can do anything inside the Bristol Motor Speedway. They put on a hell of a show. They had a Major League Baseball game with the Atlanta Braves and Cincinnati Reds. The Braves outrun the Reds 4-2. What was your thought, Kenny? Did you take a look at that?
I saw some photos of it. It's one of them games with only one ball, so I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what. The game got rained out. Charlie, did you see it? They tried hard to play in the pouring down rain.
Yeah, that's why all the NASCAR people were saying this is now the true NASCAR experience when you get it rained out, right? But I thought, look, you can't control the weather. The visuals looked awesome. I mean, and look, I know people were complaining about a couple things here and there, but like the way it looked and the drone shots and just the field, it looked really, really cool.
Charlie, is it true? Did they set a record, Charlie? This morning I saw, I don't know if it's fake news. I heard 95,000, but Charlie is going to de-bullshit that here in a minute. While he does that, Kenny, just a shout out once again. We said it at the top of the show. And if you got any more add on, James McFadden, he won Sunday night's start to the Knoxville Nationals. He won a 410 race. The Australian, he won by a straightaway. He put on an ass whipping.
Okay, but we got to go back to Saturday night. Really, start of Knoxville Nationals was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 360 Nationals, which Rico won.
Ooh, good point. Yeah, that's right. Charlie, what'd you find out?
Yeah, I got CBS Sports says MLB Speedway Classic sets attendance record at Bristol Motor Speedway, 91,032.
So as of right now, Kenny, they set a Major League Baseball record, and now they hold two records: biggest crowd for a baseball game, Major League Baseball, and biggest crowd ever for a college football game. So Bristol's showing they can do it all.
Pretty amazing for a damned old racetrack in Tennessee.
All right, we don't want to take Schrader to 50 minutes. What's our jokes? All
right, here we go. First, real quick, before the jokes, got to tell everybody, as usual, about the merch line of hats and shirts and hoodies and all that good stuff. You go to shop.dirtymomedia.com to check out all of that. All right, I think these are pretty decent. Here we go. Did you hear about the new documentary about constipation? No. It hasn't come out yet.
Good one.
All right. My husband wants another baby. I'm so relieved. I don't like the first one either. Okay. This is kind of an old joke. How is marriage like a 3-ring circus? Do you guys know this one? I feel like this is an old school joke. How is marriage like a 3-ring circus? There's the engagement ring, the wedding ring, then suffering. Yep. And then finally, I think this one's pretty good. When don't I'm sorry and I apologize mean the same thing? When don't saying I'm sorry and saying I apologize mean the same thing?
I don't know.
At a funeral.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of dark.
Hey, Kenny, I got to tell everybody, I know how much you love Ann, but one of the funniest jokes of all time is Kenny Schrader said, I had to marry Ann because she's the one that had the insurance.
Well, and I owed her $2,500.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And with that, Kenny Schrader and Charlie, I think we've done it.
Yes, sir.
It worked. Hopefully.
Okay, Kenny.
Thanks for putting up.
As I say at the... Oh, you were awesome. Okay, everybody. Until the next Herm and Schrader show, we'll see you all next time.
See ya.
Bye.